Shalom, all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the strive for salvation during these electrifying and trying times. I wanted to do a quick video because a lot of information is going on. Esau, he's out there spreading his illusions and disinformation all across the internet and on TV and the social media and the mainstream media and all the lies and stuff that's being put out there as propaganda. Some of the stuff is mixed with truth, you know, but it's been mysteries. It's everything that's mysteriously going on because people aren't understanding what's happening because they weren't given the understanding to understand the mysteries of the scriptures. We understand the Most High has lined up men on the earth that He was going to set up as pillars on the earth to bring forth understanding. That He was going to allow to understand through the Spirit, and that they were going to teach other men, and other men were going to understand, and they were going to become teachers as well. And it's just a spiritual duplication going on for those who the Most High have in a circle that He wants to know what's going on. So I just want to hit a quick little video on how the scriptures are mysterious. They're mysteries that's revealed to certain men that He wants to know those mysteries. Every man can't, everyone can't just open up the Bible and read it with understanding. That's why the scriptures say, "He that have an ear, let him hear." That he who understands, let him hear. Let him understand. Let him be able to know what's going on. So the first scripture is Amos, the third chapter. I'm gonna start at the sixth verse. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid?" Because the trumpet represents a warning. You know, in the biblical ancient days, you had men that sat on the towers on the watchtowers, and they watched to see who was coming. Whether it was danger, whether it was like friends or foes from another land. They would blow a certain trumpet to warn the people in the village of what's arising, what's on the horizon, what's coming their way. And that trumpet was supposed to let certain men know that were the warriors of the village to basically suit up, mount up, and be prepared for war to defend your village, and let the archers get on top, with their bow and arrows, and be ready for war. Then there was a trumpet that was blown for to warn the people, and then there's a trumpet that's blown for, like, if there's a royalty coming, or someone that's coming of importance. They had all type of trumpets being blown as warnings. But the warning that we're talking about in this situation, the Most High has has been having His men telling people that times are coming, certain times that are coming, and to warn the people. So how is it being known? It's being known by the blowing of the trumpets of the men that's going out there, that was speaking on the streets, and also still uploading videos right now. So this is the Most High doing it, and the people are supposed to be afraid, but they don't. We're in a whole nother vibration in today's society. People don't listen to the true men of the Lord. They listen to all these false teachers out there and these false people that get up and tell them all these different things that are wrong. That's why it's a question mark. I'm gonna read it again. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Question mark. Because they don't know what's going on. They're not listening to the right people. They're not listening to who the Most High set up. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Because you got people that don't give the Most High His credit for everything that takes place. Everything that goes down, it's all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because He is the one that sanctioned and ordained for whatever to occur. Verse 7, surely the Lord will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. And that's the point. He's been revealing these mysteries and these secrets that no one else knows, to only to his hand selected men that has been called to teach and preach His word. And I say selected because right now it's just a selection of men. and there's a selection of women, but there's going to be an elect out of the selected ones. Hopefully, Lord willing, all of us brothers that have been striving be part of the elect. That's why it's known as the hopeful elect, because you don't know. And we hoping that the Most High have mercy upon us. Verse 8, it says, the lion had roared. Who will not fear? The Lord power has spoken. Who can but prophesy? Who can but prophesy is those same individuals in verse 7 that he revealed those secrets unto. Those are the ones who go out and really truly prophesy. Published in the palace at Ashdod and in the palaces in the lands of Egypt. Egypt right now, Egypt is America. See, these are lands that the Most High's people are dwelling in. And this is Egypt because this is the land of our bondage. We're under slavery at this point in time. And say, assemble yourselves upon the mountains of Samaria, and behold the great tumult in the midst thereof, and the oppressed in the midst thereof. For they that know not to do right, said the Lord, who store up violence and robbery in their palaces. See, our people aren't doing right. See, things that are going to be coming, a lot of these plagues are meant for the wicked. I'm talking about the wicked of our nation. The other nations, you're just innocent bystanders. So you have, like in the world, they pull, in the gang life, they pull what is called drive-bys, right? A drive-by is they have an intended target that's at a certain location at a public place, and then their rival gang will see them and say, oh, as they figure, okay, they caught slipping, we're gonna roll up on them and we're gonna lay them out. And then you have people that's there that has nothing, they're not gang affiliated, they're not with the gang members or nothing, they're just bystanders, people that's around in the same vicinity as the gangbangers that are being targeted. And so they roll up on, for whether they run up on them and shoot them or drive by and shoot them, they get to shooting. So the intended victims are you Israelites. The Most High about to do a spiritual drive-by on the nation, on 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and then in a gang drive-by, you have people that are bystanders that get hit because they shooting wild and crazy, and so much fire is shot that you got people that's not even with them that's gonna get hit. Those that are standby, that are innocent or so-called innocent, which they're not, but they're bystanders, they get hit. Those are the other nations. You're just there. You're just gonna get the Most High can bring this wrath on the nation of Israel, and all you other nations. You just here. You just going you in the crossfires. You just gonna get hit. That fire is gonna be so heavy that you just there. You just gonna receive the judgment that's handed down by the Most High, intended for the nation of Israel. 2/3 of our people are wicked, but Esau and you other nations, Esau, you're a prime. You're one of the targets as well, because Most High he gonna deal with you. But you other nations, y'all just gonna be dealt with, just because you there. Verse 11, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, power and adversary there shall be even round about the land, and he shall bring down the strength from thee, and thy palaces shall be spoiled. So all you people out here, your adversaries are the Most High. The scriptures tell you in Hosea that the Most High has a controversy with the inhabitants thereof, because there's no knowledge of him. He's not being uplifted. The Bible is supposed to be the rock of the land and supposed to be the law of the land, but it's not being upheld at all. It's actually being used as a way to go the opposite of. And the so-called white man is because of you. So these people are going to be spoiled, and they don't even know. Why? Because they weren't given the understanding to know. Because it's been a secret, but men been out there revealing that secret by way of speaking, for years. This is Romans 16:1. It says, the grace of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach be with you all. Amen. Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahushua Mashiach according to the revelation of the mysteries which was kept secret since the world began. Like this was that's why we were all in a Gentile state of mind. We were all running around here in the world doing things that we didn't even know that the Most High, that we were going against the Most High, because we were Gentiles. We were under the vibration and the frequency of the so-called white man who's in power right now. So we were in that Gentile state, but the Most High, he pulled us out of the world and gave us these mysteries, and revealed these mysteries unto his servants. But now is made manifest by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandments of the everlasting power, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. Made known to all nations. Why? Because we have Israelites that are scattered across the four corners into these other nations. They're scattered amongst these nations. So that's why it's being preached to all the nations. See, people don't understand that mystery. They think that it's being spread to all, the gospel's being spread to all nations because all nations can make it. No, that's not why. They're Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird, those of the nation of Israel that look and resemble the nations that they came up out of, that our ancestors were scattered unto. And as our ancestors are scattered unto amongst these other nations, populated us under those nations. So our people look like these other nations, but you could tell through their spirit that they Israelites. It says, for the obedience of faith to the Most High, only wise, be glory through Yahushua Mashiach forever. Amen. So the next scripture is Colossians 1, and I'm going to start at verse 25. It says, so like it. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 25. And it's like it 24. It says, who now rejoice in my sufferings for you, and fill up that which is behind of the afflictions of Yahushua in my flesh for his body's sake, which is the church. Because Yahushua, he was the ultimate suffering, and so those who are followers of him through the Spirit, like it says in I believe it's at Matthew's 10 and 27, or it might be John 10 and 27. I'm not accurate on that, but the point of the matter is, it says, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. And when Peter asked Yahushua, he said, we given up everything to follow you. He was requesting, what is the reward? And Yahushua told him, them who follow me through the regeneration shall sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So those who've been following Yahushua, who've been called to follow Yahushua, you must suffer the afflictions. Just like Yahushua suffered afflictions, we got to suffer afflictions. That's something that's being revealed unto who? His servants, the prophets. We understand that, that chastisement coming from the Most High. That's how he claimed his sons. He's dealing with you as a son and not a bastard. But people of the world believe if you being chastised, you being afflicted, and you going through hard times and trials and tribulations, the Most High not with you. That if you're not prospering, because they teach the prosperity doctrine, if you're not prospering in society, then God is not with you. He is with those who prosper. And that's a mystery that they don't get and understand, because the scriptures say the student is not greater than the teacher. So if Yahushua has suffered these things, then what makes you think his followers don't suffer? They gonna be prosperous when he wasn't, when he is the son of the living power? That doesn't even make common sense. Like, you can read basic scriptures that tell you that you have to be joint heirs in the suffering. But people don't, they don't read these scriptures, or when they read these scriptures, they ain't given understanding, because they are not, the mysteries weren't revealed unto them. So verse 25, it says, whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of Yahweh, which is given to me for you, to fulfill the word of the Most High, even the mysteries which have been hid from ages and from generations, which it has been, but now is made manifest in his saints. And it's been like that for ages. until a man by the name of Abibas hit the scene and came forth to restore all things, like prophesied as Elijah. And that's how we know reincarnation. He is Elijah. And we understand that, which is another mystery. Reincarnation is a mystery amongst people that don't understand and weren't given the mysteries to understand it. But we have been. That's how the scriptures make sense. If you don't understand reincarnation, it's pretty much impossible for you to understand the scriptures in spirit and in truth. Verse 27, it says, actually, no, I'm gonna read 27 again. To whom the Most High, no, I'm gonna read 26 again. Even the mysteries which had been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. And those men who are servants were given the mysteries just to reveal it to other men who are supposed to understand the mysteries. That's who this thing is for. It's that new song that is spoken of in Revelations 14, and no man but the 144,000 can learn that song. The scriptures, there's plenty of different scriptures that reference this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding is compared to a song that no one else can learn the lyrics to except you be a servant of the Most High. Verse 27. To whom the Most High would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles. Those Gentiles are Israelites that are in a Gentile state of mind. Israelites that are they didn't know at one point that they were Israelites, but yet were given them the understanding of those mysteries, therefore bringing them out of a Gentile state into a true Israelite state, in a state of knowledge and understanding, which is Yahweh Shai in you, the hope of glory, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his works, which worketh in me mightily. Man, that's the whole. That's that right there. That's like the you know, that's the emphasis on it. The stamp on it is mightily. It's a mighty thing for the men to get that understanding and go out there and teach on the streets and also upload these videos and it doesn't stop there. It goes on to going into the time of Jacob's trouble, going into the hour of temptation. There's steps that the men that have the mystery, the understanding that mystery, knows what they have to do. Be prepared to lay your life down as a martyr. Be prepared to go through, hard times. But you have scriptures to comfort you. That the Most High will be with you. He'll provide for you food, shelter, clothing, things of that nature, man. Safety. These things that the Most High say He's gonna provide for you. It's a mighty thing that you presented your body a living sacrifice so that you be covered in those times, and you maintain, Lord willing, the faith to the end. So this is a second. It's like your 1 Corinthians 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, I'll start at verse 4. It says, "And my speech and preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of Yahweh. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught." Because there's a lot of worldly wisdom out there. People that are wisdom amongst themselves, but it's not true wisdom. But we speak wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory. So that mystery, that wisdom that's being spoken of the hopeful elect is a mystery that only they're going to understand that mystery. So no matter how much videos go up, no matter how much we have been out there teaching, it's only a certain amount of men that's going to receive that mystery and be able to have the wisdom. It says, which none of the princes of this world knew, for they knew so like for had they known it, they would have not crucified Yahweh of glory. But it is written, I had not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of men the things which the Most High had prepared of them that love Him. So that's who it's prepared for, and the men who the Most High has given that mystery. Just if you take a moment to sit back and think of where the Most High took you from to where He's brought you to at this point, it's giving you an opportunity to have this truth, to understand this truth. Man, you there's nothing but love pouring out of you for the Most High for that, because it didn't have to be you. You didn't have to be a man that He thought of to call upon to and to allow you to answer that call. Revelations 3:19. You know, Him knocking on your door, and then whoever open up, He will sup with you. The last scripture I want to go into, because this scripture spoke about the wisdom of this world. It says, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor the princes of this world that come to naught. And there's a purpose for that. This is 1 Corinthians 3:18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. That's why the scriptures say that you have to become a newborn babe. As a newborn babe desire the sincere milk, which is the scriptures, which means you have to bounce out everything you thought you knew and start over as a spiritual baby, as that doesn't know nothing. A spiritual baby that's only laying there, and you have to start crawling. You just start walking. You have to suck on that milk because you can't digest meat. You have no teeth to chew on meat. You have to come in that spiritual mind frame so you can learn all over once these mysteries are revealed unto you. And as the mysteries are revealed unto you, you grow more and more in the spirit. You become older and older spiritually, and more known to more have more knowledge. It says verse 19, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. So all your scholars, all your Rhodes scholars, and all your professors and so-called high esteem at these so-called prestigious universities, and all these authors and book writers and everything that profess to have wisdom. People look at them in awe, and people, you know, they esteem these people high in society because they're supposed to be knowledgeable, right? They're supposed to have wisdom, but it's all foolishness because it ain't the true wisdom and knowledge of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's foolishness to the Most High, and He allowed them to learn that foolishness so they may be fooled and led astray. But He revealed it to His servants, the prophets, the truth. For it is written, He taketh up the He taketh up the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Is this vanity? If you don't have this truth, and you going on thinking you know something, it's all in vanity. Because when the truth shit hit the fan, when the time of Jacob's trouble, the day of the Lord's wrath unfolds in your face, you won't know what to do. That wisdom in that world won't allow you to escape it. But the scriptures tell you that. Matter of fact, let me get it right quick. Isaiah 33:6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So when everything gets going, when there's nothing but death around you, and when a famine take place, and and all the plagues and pestilences is just hitting everybody. The wisdom of this world ain't gonna be able to cover you. You ain't gonna be able to get through that because you don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is true wisdom from the Most High to guide your steps. Back in I left off at verse. I'm gonna start at 28. It says, "And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours." You don't glory in men. We are followers of the Most High. In the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is who we put our faith and belief into. We don't glorify what a man says. Men are led by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the knowledge and wisdom that was placed upon them through the mysteries that was revealed, that we able to know the things that the Most High want us to do and try to do as best we can. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours. Why? Why is it all ours? It's all ours because the mysteries were revealed to us. All the answers are there. The Most High basically gave us the world cheat sheet in a spiritual form. That's why it's ours. And that's why the Most High, that's why we're the hopeful elect, but the true elect will be blameless to Him. There's no wrong answers on their test. The Most High is going to have them pass their test in spiritual flying colors. And ye are Yahweh and Yahweh is Yahweh's. With that, I'm going to bring this lesson to a close. We know that the Most High has certain men that sits on the earth, and He's given the mysteries to. He's given the access to the code. And those men are the men who've been serving Him. So we say all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem HaRakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation, and peace and salutation to hopeful elect striving for salvation during these electrifying and trying times. Shalom.